Hey, what up, sellers? This is Live Selling 365, and today I just want to recap the Tuesday chat that we had earlier about an analogy I just made up, which is what I'm coining the live selling ladder. This is like the steps of our live sales journey. We tend to run into the same hurdles, tens of millions on the platform, whatnot today. We're all running into the same hurdles, having to being faced with figuring out the same challenges, how to get past them. And I think there's a sequence to it, and I think being able to look at it in this analogy, this ladder type of analogy, can help us when we're in it or at specific hurdles to just kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, just seeing where we're at in that path. Because when we're in it, it's all cloudy and this kind of thing. So 5 steps is what we're going to talk about. If I'm new to you, my name is Tamika Crow of Custom Wood Burning. I've been selling heat gun art on Whatnot for 3 years now, and started posting videos here just to kind of share some insights and things I've picked up along the way in hopes it'll help others in their journey. So thank you for being here. And step 1 of this live selling ladder, the top being success, right? Being a successful seller, reaching our sales goals. The first step in getting there is stepping onto the ladder, which is going live. It seems simple and kind of a no-brainer, and like it maybe shouldn't even make the list. However, there's a lot of prospective sellers that don't take this first step because it is extremely intimidating going live. You don't know who's coming in your show. You don't know if you're going to sell anything. You don't know how awkward. You don't know if you're going to get a troll. There's all these what ifs and factors that our anxiety can get to us and this kind of thing. And so some people never push the button. So step 1 is pushing that go live button, right? We can do private shows and we can do rehearsal mode and these kind of things, but there's nothing that'll take the place of actually going live. Just having that first experience, getting it out of the way, taking that first step. So that's number 1. You know when you know, right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is shipping something, right? This is the next major hurdle and roadblock that, again, keeps a lot of sellers from proceeding in their journey, because it's like there's so many opinions floating around. I wish I knew how to link it. I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't tried, but I haven't figured out how to link stuff yet. But there is a video on shipping prep for the beginning. If anyone's interested in that, it's in there somewhere. Titled like that, shipping prep for your first show. I think something like that. But either case, this one thing, because there's so many opinions and so many methods and techniques and horror stories, some people end up with having to pay out hundreds of dollars. You hear these horror stories on the Facebooks and the Reddits and stuff. So a lot of people, it's just overwhelming. And you're like, dude, I'm scared to ship. And so I can't sell stuff because I may as well not even go live because I don't want to ship nothing. So shipping, this is number 2 in our live selling ladder. Once we do send out and ship our first item, we realize pretty quickly it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. The what ifs are way worse. We kind of make a mountain out of a molehill. It ain't that bad, but we don't know until we know, right? And so how do we print a label? Are we doing it correctly? Like what type of packaging? We got to get to the post office, get some boxes, or get our bubble mailers or bubble wrap or whatever. Just having to ship just this one thing makes us walk through that process of what it is to ship something after the show. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 is more, what's the word? Intrusive's not the word. It's more demanding, maybe something like that. Step 3 is establishing a show format. Establishing a show format. This is the longest step, I'll call it, because going live is the biggest step, because it's like you have to do that to even get to the other ones. But this establishing a show format is probably the longest, because it requires a lot of going live and a lot of practice and a lot of dabbling with different things to really figure out what works and how we individually want to run our shows. There's a lot of different formats, be them auction shows or bin shows, mystery games, like rapid fire auctions. Do we like 5-second auctions? Do we like 30-second, 2-minute auctions? Do we like running a show for an hour? Do we like a 24-hour stream? Some do that as a preference, right? There's just so many. Do we like live demo? Do we like community shows? Do we like raid trains? There's just so many different options as far as like how we want to show up and sell our items, what that process looks like. And it just takes a while to figure it out, right? So we can determine, okay, I would like this type of show, this type, say auction show, and I want to do it I want to be live for 2 hours twice a week, something like that, because scheduling it, picking a frequency matters too, like our business hours, how we're showing up, needs to be decided, and like some kind of starting point for us to build off of. Do we want to sell 10 items? Do we want to sell 50? Do we want to sell 100 or more? How do we want to showcase these items? Do we want random polls? Do we want a curated shop? Do we want all of our items displayed behind us? Do we want them tucked off to the side so they're more of a, stick around and more like an unboxing, or stick around and find out in real time what we have? There's just a lot of different ways we can do it. And so establishing this takes a while. Sometimes we might think, okay, I want to do pallet polls, and then we find out 10 minutes in, like, I don't want to do pallet. I hate this. This sucks, So we just have to do the things and really figure out what works. But establishing that format, your intro, the body of the show, the showcase and sales format, and then the outro and all this kind of stuff, it takes some time, but that is the third step. And it can evolve. It's allowed to evolve over time, but just like establishing something to go off of, say that for the third step. The fourth step is viewership, regular viewership, sustained viewership, getting people into our rooms. These are extremely common hurdles, right? How do we get people into our rooms? How do we get them to stay in our rooms? So it takes, again, some practice and some trying different things to figure this out. Different clickbait, our thumbnail, our show title, our location, what category are we in? They're not, the same. We're not received the same in different categories. Different buyers exist, frequent different categories. So kind of finding where we fit in and where it makes sense to us to put our shows, what keywords are working for us, these kind of things. Sometimes getting folks into our show has less to do with how, what we're doing on our end and like attracting folks. Sometimes we have to go out into the whatnot streets and go network and socialize and meet people and kind of sell ourselves and promote ourselves rather in other places on the platform. And so this could be raid trains, it could be going into chat shows, it could be different things. Just modding for people is a good example and option. But just figuring out like how we get people in our rooms, it's hard, right? It's tricky. And once they're there, To keep it short and sweet for retaining viewers, it is the entertainment factor. It's unique to live selling, and there's a learning curve with it, and so it's a common hurdle and step that we have to figure out to continue up this ladder. Entertainment can look very different across the platform. There's something for everybody, every personality, every demographic, every like hype to chill, big like fast paced business, whole team like liquidation type, or there's like mom and pop type, and there's like, some sellers are just, they'll sit there and make stuff live with you, or personalize things together and stuff like this. Something for everybody, but us figuring out how we want to show up, like what type of learning, right? What type of entertainment value we can offer, be it educational, be it just pure connection, be it humor, be it just like raw hype energy, whatever it is. Some people are kind of like therapeutic. It just something different for everybody. But learning our lifestyle, our entertainment style, so we can double down on that and attract and retain like our, the people out there who are looking for that, is easier said than done. It takes some time, and it takes some practice, and really a little bit of soul searching to kind of figure out what that looks like for us, because this is one area we can't copy anybody, right? This has to be like wholly authentically us, and so it's a big step. And once we figure that out, and all these things, going live, shipping, show format, and then viewership, once we get all these things, it is full-blown sales time. This is the 5th step of this hypothetical ladder. And with sales, sales aren't created equal. So we can go live and sell everything we own for $1, and people will buy it. But is that sustainable? No. So this sales step level is sales that make sense, that are like profitable, that are sustainable, that are lucrative, that meet financial goals, which look different for everybody. Hobbyists, part-timers, full-timers, sellers that have teams and staff that they have to pay, it looks different for everybody. So individual financial goals, how we, determine those and how we meet those, that's this step. And so being in the positive is a automatic in right there. But this last one is difficult, and we can't copy other people with this, because we don't know what anybody's numbers look like. And there are some folks who sell, I'll just put it this way, you could sell $1 million worth of stuff and still be barely breaking even, right? And so very up to the individual, us looking at our balance sheet, our numbers, our time, our inventory, this kind of tweaking our sourcing, our figuring out what our customers like to buy and what they don't like to buy, so we know what type of inventory. We learn what price points we can, ranges or set price points we can offer that make sense for us, whether we can get bidding wars happening or not, and how we sell the items, how we pitch them to make those sales. And there's just so many factors here. Incentives, like, do we need rewards clubs? Should we be doing coupons? Should we be running flash sales? Should we have $1 starts for the raids? All these factors that come into play when how we're going to reach our sales goals. That's this 5th step. So if we can get through these steps, I think this is what this live sales journey of success looks like. It's just, we go live, we ship, we get a show format, we get our viewership figured out, and then we get our sales figured out. And then I think we've graduated, right? We were at the top of the ladder. We can get off the ladder onto the roof or the mountain or whatever. And yeah, and then we get a gold star. So there we go. Live selling ladder. That is the TLDR for the long form, the Tuesday chat, which was live streamed earlier. We did figure that out, so we are going to be live streaming. I'm going to try to live stream every Tuesday chat because we are there talking for approximately 2 hours about different live sales topics. And so you can hop over to Whatnot and join us for that, or view that live on YouTube. And otherwise, for now, I would just like to thank you for watching. And we're going to continue posting these shorter ones, long form, but like short, 5 to 20 minutes is how they're kind of landing. I try to keep them to 5 unless they're like a longer topic, but more tomorrow. So we'll cap it there. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you found value here, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.